Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Hope you guys are doing well today. And in this video, we are starting a new 5-part series, or at least 5 parts. It may go a little bit longer, who knows? So we are talking about psychology in WoW and how you can use that to better improve your experience, better improve your groups, pugs, all that sort of stuff. So we're looking at something called the Tuckman model, and it is effectively a graph of what every team goes through from forming a team and literally the very seed of a team starting all the way to the team disbanding effectively. Now, we're going to talk through this in different stages because there's a lot of information. So the first part is forming, and this is where all groups, pugs, organized team, every team begins their journey at this stage. So pugs will use tools like Group Finder, Guild Chat, Discord to form groups, typically with the plan or intention of clearing one key, i.e. I put in a key for a +10 Halls of Valor, we do the key, we leave the group. That's the plan, that's the intention. Even the most organized groups of players, the likes of MDI teams, began as pugs. However, their source of players likely came from a different pool of players. Private discords, race to world first guilds, stream communities, and they're also much more likely to have a large group of players to pick from. But they still have similar goals or intentions. Theirs are likely to be we're going to run keys for a couple of hours more than one key specifically, but it's still the same idea. So the first phase of the Tokman model of team development is shown on screen as forming. And this is a stage of questioning tactics and intentions. So things like bloodlust timers, boss tactics, etc. Socializing. So often you'll see increased chat participation from players as everyone wants to put kind of a good foot forward, as well as displaying eagerness and kind of saying hi, how are you, talking, just things that you wouldn't normally have in any other situation in that weird stage of like the group basically building up together. Focusing on group identity and purpose. So, this is discussing what the group's plans are and what is a measure of success. And are you trying to time a key? Are you trying to three chest it? Are you farming a specific trinket? Do you not care? Are you just doing it for a bit of practice? All of these are different measures of success, which we'll talk about more later on. Now, all of this information is great, and it shows at a base level what to expect when in this initial stage of team development. And remember, even if your team plans on clearing 1 or 100 keys or 1,000 keys or being the next MDI winners, every team goes through this. So, how can you use this? How can you use this information to better improve yourself as a player and increase the chances of success within groups? So, first is taking the lead. And it doesn't necessarily have to be you, but encourage someone in the group to take the lead. Ultimately, having someone to direct the conversation to specific topics that need to be covered prior to the run, or taking charge of the route, or deciding who is on which interrupts, having someone be proactive and lead this discussion will definitively increase your chances of success. This is something that it's not just picking a leader, so you're the tank, you're leading, it's actually supporting them as well. If you let's use the example of using a tank as the leader, you want to make sure that, okay, if the tank decides to pull 2 packs together or decides to pull 1 pack at a time, decides to pull a pack that no one else would normally do, or an invis pot skip, all of these different things have to be decided by someone. And the problem is that issues start to come when too many people are either trying to lead or no one is, and it becomes just messy. Now, success. Success is an interesting word because success is measured very differently by everyone in the group. If I want to do a dungeon for a score increase and the tank wants a specific trinket, the healer's just there to practice his rotation because he's bored, each person in the group is wanting something different out of the dungeon. Now, discussing this beforehand, either attempting to align the measures of success or at least at minimum discussing what they are, is a very, very good idea and can give an idea of commitment and motivation for the run. So, what do I mean by this? Well, if I queue up for a quarter stars 15, right? As an example, it's got one of the best melee trinkets in the game in Slicing Maelstrom. If my only goal is to get that trinket, I don't care if it's timed or not. Now, if the tank is only there to get his score increase, we have different goals and what we would define as a measure of success. If it takes us an hour to clear it, but my trinket drops, that's a successful run for me. But it wouldn't be for him. And that's where this changes. So, discussing this beforehand and having a group of like minded individuals or people who are aligned in terms of what they want to achieve can be very, very helpful. And finally, quick and effective communication. Ultimately, if I form a group, I've taken the lead of strategies and planning. I've planned for bloodlust. I've planned for the pulls. I've planned the route. All this sort of stuff, right? I've taken the lead. But the demon hunter who joined 5 minutes ago has been AFK for this entire conversation. It doesn't benefit anyone. It doesn't benefit him by being AFK. It doesn't benefit me or the group in him missing those conversations because let's say we go in and I've pulled 5 packs all together and he immediately starts DPSing things because he doesn't know that the plan is we're going to group them all up and AoE them down. Well, I'm going to lose threat. He's going to get aggro. Everyone's going to start getting angry and salty. Ultimately, just having that good, effective communication early and being present for it is very, very key. And finally, realistic expectations. If I'm 400 eye level and queuing for a +2 Algathar, you can probably skip most of what I've said in this video. You just brute force your way through it and it won't matter at all. If you're 360 eye level, just dinged and doing a +15, everything I've said so far is even more important. The more difficult the content you're doing and the more realistic the content is to your level, the more important these strategies become. So there's at least 5 parts to this series, obviously covering all of the things we've talked about so far for each of the different sections and how you can use that to better your chances in groups. If you like this, please let me know in the comments below. It is a little bit different to my normal WoW videos. Obviously, it's still WoW related, but it's a lot more psychology based. So please let me know what you think. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoy it. I really, really enjoy having this discussion and conversations around things like this. And if it helps even one person go into their next dungeon and take one of the things I've said, all of the things I've said, and helps them, then it's absolutely worked. So fantastic, hopefully. We're really, really close to our YouTube partnership as well. We've got the subscribers now. We hit 1,000 subscribers in the last couple of days. We just need to hit that last marker of 4,000 hours watch time. So we are getting close. Let's see how quickly we can get there. So, guys, hope you guys have enjoyed. And yeah, thanks for watching. More coming soon. Goodbye.